You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
He just walked away. What is that? Do you see this? I mean, I don't know if it's just not loading properly or it's supposed to look like this, but either way, it's really cool.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
Oh. Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now.
Okay.
Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move. See if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world. If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Jesus, that's dark. I hope it's not true.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Didn't you say to be quiet, Sino?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Bro, this guy's something
Bro.
else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive. I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
I'm so sad.
Go on, keep talking.
You're not helping, dude.
The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return.
Speedy Gonzalez. You know, from this point, Scarlet King is actually gonna be called Speedy Gonzalez. Like, Speedy Kingy. Oh, Speedy Kingy? It sounds like Speedy Kinky.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
The Academiya is probably the true target of their hatred.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
All we know are their names.
Give them.
I have many ways to stop you from
This
talking.
guy's just standing there
and
listening
many
to the
others
whole
to stop you from
conversation.
sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody.
Wait, so they're not gonna give us their names? What?
Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Ah, good thing I'm not one of your enemies. I mean, are you sure about that? Because I feel like we're only friends for now. Yeah. All the more reason for you to not get on his bad side.
I heard that.
I'm not trying to be quiet, trust me. Maybe we should check the scholars' homes?
Very well. Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me. Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
This is his house? Oh. Oh. What's that smell? Sinon, did you catch a faint whiff of incense?
No.
Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Oh, it's definitely that one.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Oh my god. Oh, like, look at his house. I wonder what this is. This looks so cool.
Here it is. Take a look right here. There are footprints here. We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away? So that's what happened. You fall for that kind of thing all the time, Paimon.
Hey, could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
We're back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back. I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
Oh, maybe you can give us their names, because for some reason the other two guys didn't.
Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook.
Duck-tailed bearded crook? But then again, I did name the Scarlet King Speedy Kingy, so maybe I shouldn't judge anyone for their names.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb.
But like, we're also outsiders. We also stick out even more than Sino because we very clearly don't have like even remotely similar outfits to you guys.
You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
There's literally only one person here, so, you know.
Dia, is that you?
Zaki? Finally, a friendly face.
He was right in front of us. What do you mean?
Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested.
How considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Okay, that was, I feel like, a bit too easy, but okay.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
Zaki, he's been, like, so suspicious this whole time, you know?
You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
Yeah, I felt it coming from a mile away.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village?
That
The
guy that
boys
was
have kept a close eye
spying.
on you from the moment you set foot there.
Delavar. And Engur, you're here too, huh?
Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
Ooh, snap, snap.
Enough talking! Get him!
Can I finally get her child? Please? Of course.
Impossible! How could you?
I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all.
Oh, that was... Oh, I remember that. That was so smart. I was actually, like, thinking about it. Why did she say that she has no real fighting skills where we know that it's not true?
Pathetic.
Oh, she knocks him
Okay,
unconscious.
that should be all of them. Whoa. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village. Right on time.
Did we learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Threatening them?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Yeah.
Oh! You mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Yeah, like torturing.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Candace, where... Whoa! You look furious!
Do I? Huh. What gave it away? It's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
Ah, she mastered it really quickly too. Oh no, she's just as terrifying as he is.
Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Oh.
Mercy!
The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Some Mystery Man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Where are the village keepers now?
I'm not sure.
We need to find the guide. Yeah, we need to find the guide spreading the rumors. And then we're gonna find...
What?
If we find a guy spreading the rumors, then we're gonna be able to find the village keepers.
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Oh wow, so nice.
2.
That's rough, buddy.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Traveler, go on.
Do you have any idea who that mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. He wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Really? Oh, did he beat him up?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
Oh, wait, that was actually so smart because he knocked them out so that they don't hear him spilling the secrets.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Academiya. Some time ago, people from the Academiya attempted to take the village keepers away.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academiya was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands.
I mean, wasn't that obvious from the very beginning that the Academiya is behind all of it?
Our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right.
Pack up and get ready to leave.
Oh, hello, handsome.
Woo!
Ooh!
Where did you come from?
I think we're gonna get used to the fact that he always shows up out of nowhere, you know?
Well,
look at the way
as you
he's
can see,
sitting.
I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead, I won't stop you. I'm ready to hear it.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing.
Yeah.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
I mean, there are obvious things to pick up on him, but they're all like, you know, nice things, like abs.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. You plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Enough with the silent treatment!
Maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Oh, come on.
Alhaitham.
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I feel like him being like the outsider in our team can be pretty useful. He's just not buying that.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone.
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying.
So you're saying we can find new info from someone we've already spoken to?
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived.
Alhaitham could go with us, you know? Oh my god, this looks even prettier in the night. Wow.
Miss Shawnee.
Oh,
as we
he's here.
discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me. Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want.
I want to trust you.
Okay, we have a visitor. My cat is sitting on my lap. She might be distracting me.
While others believe in the Scarlet King, I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night.
Could you make out where the sound were coming from?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
We need to check out that hospital.
Yeah, let's go. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Oh, he did it for me. Thank God. I thought I'm gonna have to switch my party.
Let's go in and take a look.
He carefully searched the abandoned hospital.
Hey, Alhaitham, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
I was about to say, like, until then we can take a break together. But then he suggested himself, so why not? Let's do that.
And just like that, he sits down. What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion, in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
I mean, if you really take it in a weird way, like, he might be reading some books about education, about genitals, and reproduction.
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed?
No, go back. You know it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while either. Oh my god.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
I don't hear anything.
There it is.
Oh no, I do hear. I don't think you're gonna be able to hear because it's so faint. Maybe it's the basement. Yeah, because there's this thing.
There's no way we can get down there.
What do you mean, Paimon? It's literally a piece of wood. It's not that hard to break it.
Something is off about the interior here.
Ooh, wow. Oh, that looks really interesting. Wait, is this some kind of prison?
As I thought. There's a hidden structure.
Look, there's someone over there.
We need to be careful.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait. You're... Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academiya. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So how did he become like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, he's right. I forgot about that, to be honest. The Eremite guy who went mad.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The Academiya is behind all of this. The Academiya spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Academiya. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the Academiya. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers.
Wasn't it the Academiya that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity.
What do you mean?
First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Wouldn't exile people be better resource though? Because if someone is missing, it means that someone else is looking for them. But if someone exiles, then that means that they have chosen to leave, right? At least that's how I understand that word. I'm not, English is not my first language, so keep that in mind. But from what I understand, it means that you choose to leave and like other people are aware that you're leaving. So no one's looking for you. That's why I think this would be a better resource.
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Well, yeah, I thought it was pretty obvious, and that's why it's so valuable.
Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night. Judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Oh no.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
The Academiya needs people who have been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Your motives are more specific and personal.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
I kind of like that. Like, I want a story where the hero saves the world, not because like, oh, it's the right thing to do, but because they actually have like something to gain from it. And it's not like, oh, if I save the world, I'm gonna survive.
The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Someone like him might actually make for a better ally. Yes!
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academiya, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru village.
We're back!
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge. They fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
I told you someone is the imposter.
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Care to share your thoughts?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
Sino's the mole.
No, I don't think he's saying he's the mole. I think he's saying that they're observing every Sino's move.
Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham.
I don't think so. Like, he's a weirdo. He's not a mole.
What are you trying to say?
Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
This is what I'm saying.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that?
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
That's a smart way of looking at this. Since they can predict what you're gonna do, then you probably can predict what they're gonna do.
If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
One step behind him.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Let's go, guys! After him!
After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Oh!
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Oh my god. No, I'm so sorry, Visual. I can't. I'm doing a quest.
They must have been attacked along the way.
Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
See, look, I have like the co-op thingy turned off. How did that person send me an invitation?
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you...
You actually believe that she's betraying us? Come on, no, she's doing that to save us.
Dia!
Oh my god.
Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
You've betrayed Aru village?
No, she didn't. Why are you...
So,
jumping to
great
conclusions.
General Mahamatra. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have. We've waited a long time for this day to come.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
I mean, he's not really acting arrogant. If anything, I would say these two are way more arrogant than him.
Filthy traitors.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia?
Huh? Alhaitham?
These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage.
Wait, am I understanding this correctly? Is he offering to become a hostage?
These scholars were exiled from the Academiya. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
No.
Wait, you can't be serious.
You want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
I mean, he's not wrong though, but like, I don't want him to do that for my, selfish reasons.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Nah, they're not going to.
Well, that would be bad luck for me.
He has like so much self-distance, I love it.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academiya.
He's really smart.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academiya? Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall.
Alhaitham, do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
And they're not gonna cut her arm off.
Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No!
Oh my god, I forgot that he's here.
Stop!
I'm pretty sure he said stop at way too late. Like, at this point, this guy would definitely already cut her arm off.
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
So are they really gonna take Alhaitham as their hostage?
That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
That's what I thought also.
I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Man, I like this dude.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
You're all here so early.
Huh. They got here before us.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
But fewer is just like a little bit of an understatement.
Bring him over.
I mean, then again, like one person for one person, I guess it makes sense. It was always going to be a trap, you know?
Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part.
You stay right there!
Ooh. Are we gonna fight? Oh my god.
What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward.
Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
I knew it. I freaking knew it. I was like, it's probably him. Is everyone okay? Is even everyone here? Okay, Alhaitham is here. The most important.
The village keeper protected us. Just like you said. It may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
No doubt. You finally believe me.
The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise the Scarlet King!
I was worried they're gonna be here with us.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
I mean, he's a curious cat. What are you gonna do?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King's civilization appear. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Right now, I'm going inside.
It's full of life here.
Sir Rahman.
Huh? Me?
Do you see another Rahman here?
Oh my god, he's so sassy.
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from the Scarlet King civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go from left to right. Rotate. Oh. Oh. The legs. The ponytail.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
Looks like a tomb.
Scarlet King runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script. Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
Flexing his 20 languages knowledge. Man, I only know 2 languages.
He's not serious, right?
I think he is.
There's still something off about this place.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academiya's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise? A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for Greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Yeah, it must be a shock for him.
Raman, that's enough.
My Eremites and I. What are we even fighting for?
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever. Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
Oh, yeah. No, everyone is gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Why are we suddenly on their side?
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow. I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
We should get going too.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
It's not even like, oh, there's no need to yell. I'm just here for a friendly conversation. No, he's like, no one can help you now. So stop wasting your breath.
General Mahamatra? No, no. Make it quick, please.
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right?
He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
What are they trying to accomplish?
They wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
May I ask them a
Be
question?
my guest.
The sages are trying to create a new god, aren't they?
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
Yup, and I know who they chose to become the said god.
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academiya is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academiya's research facilities.
Oh, good to know that there is a precious chest here. I'll definitely be getting that.
The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academiya. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, do you wish to create a god?
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of Academia looks like.
First, the Academiya spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet.
Scaramouche.
After that, they harvested dreams via the Seb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
But the sage's end product won't be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. It will be the Balladeer.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academiya has never treated her as a god. When the Academiya first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time, she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away.
But like, no one ever connected the dots that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is Kusanali? Just like, she aged down because she lost her power?
By herself, she has neither an archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom.
Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
Gotti.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes.
Do you have any plans, traveler?
What, are you offering something?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
I want to share everything I know with all of you.
So you were still withholding some information?
Yes, I'm sorry. I had my reasons.
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, surreal to hear you talk about it again.
Well, that's everything we've experienced so far in
What a
Sumer.
whirlwind of a story.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
No matter what lies ahead, I will do my utmost. What? I thought this is a bench and I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit next to him. Nope. Maybe I can sit on his lap or something. Oh, wait. Well, what a journey that was. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.